What's up, YouTube? It is Toby. I am back with some pretty terrible news. Should you be new to this channel, if this is the first time that you are seeing my face, I want to let you in on a little, well, it's not so much a secret as since I made a few videos on it, but I dealt with testicular cancer. I was diagnosed with testicular cancer back in 2016. Since then, a couple of weeks ago, about a week ago, I had my 6-month checkup, and everything was fine. I'm totally fine. I'm healthy, and the cancer's gone. The bad news, and in relation to that, a friend of mine who I met at the folk school I attended back in 2010, 2011. She was a member. I think she still is a member of staff. I don't think she was there when I was there as a student. She came later. She was diagnosed with a brain tumor, cancer in her brain cancer. That was 3 ways of saying brain cancer. And they performed surgery on her, removed as much as they could. They couldn't remove it all because it would make her severely handicapped. She and her husband didn't want that, which is fine. And I also think that the doctors didn't want that as well. So, and they then encapsulated, I don't know if that's the right word, but you know what I mean. They contained it so that it wouldn't spread too much. She went through chemo, and everything was fine. It didn't spread, it didn't grow, and everything was fine to a point. Then last night, let's jump back a little further. Her husband is her outlet to her friends and her family. And he wrote on Facebook that she couldn't, her bladder control didn't work properly, so she was wetting herself and all sorts of other stuff. She was rushed to the hospital, the sort of local hospital, and then she was rushed to an even bigger hospital, which is farther away from me, about 2 hours, hour and a half, 2 hours away, which is also where she got her chemo, which is where I got treated as well. He wrote last night that the doctors told her there's nothing more that they can do, and not in a good way. They put her in, they have classified her as a terminal patient, which means the end of her life is coming faster than normal. Obviously, that's what terminal patient means. And that it has hit me, it is hitting home for me, not because I was a terminal patient by any stretch of the imagination, but I thought she would make it. I've always tried to stay positive and not be negative, but it's getting to me, and it sucks. I have this urge to do something, and I have this idea because I know of 2 things that you can do when it comes to treating cancer. One is radiation therapy, which I went through twice, and then chemo. And for some reason, I refuse to believe that the only thing that is out there is those 2 things. One which is not really that invasive, and the other one which is not all which isn't all that invasive either, but will make you sick. Total Biscuit put it probably the best way. Chemo is, the doctors are trying to kill you. They're just hoping that the cancer dies first. I am very much against it, and I do believe that there's other ways of treating cancer than just those two things. But as I said, I have this idea where I want to contact a research hospital to see if they want to work with me to create a video about the treatments that are out there, what research is being done, how close they are to something new, and so on and so on. Then if it could lead to something, then maybe go to the US and do the same thing. I thought about reaching out to a lot of people, companies, YouTubers, but I doubt they will listen because I am who I am. Not that I'm a bad man or a bad person by any stretch, but I feel like I can't sit still anymore. I can't just be a quiet, like a fly on the wall, just let it happen. I can't. I continue to watch all these motivational speakers and motivational YouTubers. And one is saying life is too short, make the most of it. The other one is saying you're beautiful, you're one of a kind, smile more. I want to do something. I just don't know how to do it. But over the next couple of days I will find out. I will figure it out. And I thought about starting a company of sorts to try and do something, because if you are a company and I feel like people are more inclined to work with you. I guess what I am trying to say is I need to do these things, but it boils down to one thing for me, and that's money. Not in the way that will it make me rich or will I make a shit ton of money, but in a way where how will I finance it? Not only how will I finance it, but how will I finance myself? How will I pay my bills if I do this? Because if I do this, it is without help from anyone. Not even welfare. Nothing. I can't go on welfare and say, hey, I want to do this project. They will say, well, that's not going to happen. But it's just my brain is suffering right now, and trying to say, you know what, maybe it's not that bad. Maybe she'll recover. Maybe someone out there will come forth and say, hey, try this and you'll be healthy. And I know a lot of people probably is screaming, cannabis, use cannabis oil, cannabis. But just like radiation therapy, just like chemotherapy, cannabis is not the end-all be-all of treatment. It's not a cure. It's not a perfect cure for everyone. I know of people who have tried it and it didn't work because of the cancer that they have. There haven't been enough research on that particular cancer. So it could be cool if I could find out if anyone, of course some is, researching cannabis and what effect it does have on cancer and different types of cancer. I really want to do that, but I don't. Yeah, that's my problem to solve. It's not yours. And I need to do some research over the weekend to figure out how I will do this, if I can do this. I'm gonna try to reach out to different YouTubers to help some way. Excuse me. maybe collab with some to get not money or fame or YouTube career or any of that, but to get their viewers, their eyeballs, essentially. Because in the end, that's what matters. That's what I need. I need people's eyes. And potentially people who want to donate towards all of this. And no, I'm not asking for donations right now. Nor do I think I ever will. Life will deal you the shittiest hand possible and then tell you, now go win the game you're playing. And either you play that hand and potentially lose, or you play a different game. You try to spin it around. You tell yourself that you can do this. And you go do it, of course. Our lives are now. We all have an expiration date. And either we do what makes us happy, or we follow the flow. And how many of you have a job? And out of those people who have a job, how many of you wake up every single day saying, oh my God, I gotta go to work, I don't want to. I am currently in that situation right now with what I am doing. I don't want to do it anymore. Whatever you do it for yourself. Do what you want to do. Remember that you also have to do what you have to do so you can do what you want to do. Life is too short, and you definitely have to make the most of it. You do have to smile more. And my own thing, my own words is enjoy life. I, to a point, try to live by that every single day. Enjoy your life, enjoy it now, because you may not wake up tomorrow. And you may be hit by a car. You may suffer a stroke. A lot of things can happen. So, do it now. Don't do it tomorrow. And when I come home, I'm gonna start the research. And I hope that, even though this video was kind of boring, kind of a downer, I hope that this last little section will inspire you to do what you want to do. I am doing it with YouTube. I upload as much as I can, with whatever I can. I uploaded or streamed last night some Just Cause. I think I'm gonna do that tonight again. I hope for a third time this inspired you to go do what you want to do. To do what makes you happy. If that is creating a company, if it is going out hugging a tree, if it is collecting stones or stamps, I don't care. Whatever it is, I hope I have inspired you to do it. I'm on my way home now. And as I said, I will go home and research instantly of what to do. Thank you for watching. Thank you if you made it to this part. It makes me happy. My beard is crooked. It makes me happy. I cannot stress that enough. I hope if you are new you will subscribe. And I will see you next time. Bye, with water.